I bought a 2019 iPad mini 5 off of eBay for $200, and in this video, we're gonna go ahead and unbox it, review it, set it up, all that good stuff. So that was my Jacob R style intro there, but what's up guys? I'm not mean to copy him, just been watching him a lot, and you know, I can't stop watching him, so go subscribe to him. I'll put the card, or his channel on the card above, if I can still do that. I think I can. But I did buy an iPad mini 5 off of eBay for 200 bucks, and honestly I think that's a pretty good deal. 200 bucks for an iPad mini 5. Now that's the cheapest one I could find off eBay. The more I had to find other ones that could bump those up to like 230, 240. So it's like, yeah, no, this is the cheapest one. This seller seems reliable, so hopefully it's gonna be a reliable listing here and nothing goes wrong and everything's okay. I've been anxious to get home all day. I was at work and then I went to Brahms to get some food, and I'm back home. It's like 4 o'clock now. Today's actually Black Friday, so you call this a Black Friday deal, but not really because it was off of eBay, so I don't know if this is how much they're selling it for, but I got the last one, so let's go ahead and open it up. Now I have talked about owning iPads back in the day in 2019. I probably mentioned it once. Okay, I think this is the only packaging that's in here. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think so. Just as long as I get the other tape out. Trying not to flip it to the other. Oh no, there's more tape. No, I think the way it opens, okay, I think I might have missed this little piece right here. Let me see. How do you open this thing? You slide it. Oh, okay, like that. Oh, okay, there you go. Oh, okay, so we got a. I'm not sure if this is a generic cable or not, but we'll check that later. And oh, that's more bubble wrap. Anything else? More bubble wrap. And this should be the device itself. So the image was a stock image, so I'm not actually sure if it's the actual iPad it showed, but this seller, it was like a electronics store, so more than likely they should have reliable feedback, and if not, I'm gonna cry, but we'll see what happens. And yeah, I'm doing payment plans with these like expensive purchases just so I don't feel broke right away. And ooh, okay, they actually protected this pretty good. This noise is hurting my ears. Almost got it. Almost got it. Oh my god, that's a lot of. Alright, we got it out, and here it is. Oh wow, it's actually pretty nice and pretty shiny. Oh, okay, well, maybe that's why I got it for so cheap. It's a little flawed, but kind of dirty too. I think this I can probably clean that off easily, but I'm gonna use a case anyway. But wow. All right, so the front, it's in pretty good shape. I'm gonna look for any scratches. This condition was used except almost no scratches at all. How does the button feel? Feels pretty good. The buttons feel good. Okay. Everything looks good except this little part. So I'm guessing this thing had an engraving on it, which is fine. So let's go ahead and power it on and see if this is gonna turn on or not. We'll see if it has juice. I usually get sent products with low batteries. Ah, okay, so it's actually alive. So while we wait for this to turn on, I'm gonna show you guys my other iPads that I have in the collection. Okay, so I literally went around and it turned on pretty quickly. So before I set it up, let me show you guys my other iPad. So this is my iPad 2. You guys have seen it in videos, and I'm gonna take the case off. I bought this like cool little notebook case, so this is my iPad 2. I've shown this in some videos back then, and it's in worse condition. That's because my sister owned it for a while, and yeah, she dropped it. But this is my dad got this back in 2011, I think, when it released, and this guy is running iOS 9, and it's pretty slow, as you guys can see. Okay, I know I club back up. Leave me alone. Okay, yeah, because I'm like literally signing into all these phones and I haven't turned this thing in a while, but wow, look at that. That is pretty slow. I used to use this for YouTube back then, but now the app don't work. See, look at that. It's horrible. It runs so slow. And over here I have another iPad mini. This is actually a silver model. This is the OG iPad mini from 2012. This one has an engraving as well, and this one's running a dual booted version of iOS 7. So just have some old games on here. I got this like a month ago. This is not the original iPad mini I had that I fixed myself. I ended up selling that one, and I just got this one because I didn't really repair it right, but someone did end up buying it for parts, and it's much better condition, obviously. It's 32 gigabytes too, and I managed to dual boot iOS 7. I just have some older games. Primarily, I kind of use it for GTA. I did kind of use this a bit, and This is, I really like the color, which is kind of why I got that in silver. And matter of fact, let's compare the two side by side. So this is the bottom is the original, and wow, there is quite a difference in terms of heft, and you can actually already see a display difference already. Look at how my camera reflects off of the first iPad mini, and look at this guy, you can't really see it. And if we turn to the back, well, both have engravings and they don't look very good. This one looks better though because of that. But the color is exactly the same. No FCC labels, no little thing for the camera. And overall, if I carry this, okay, they feel the same, but they're probably different. But all right, let me go ahead and get this cleaned up so I can set it up. I have a screen protector I'm gonna put on. So I got these little accessories here. This is a case. I bought this in red, and this is a iPad screen protectors. I've had these for a while because my sister has the same iPad mini as me. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually turn this on and set it up. So hello, okay, let's see. I'm guessing we are running iOS 15. Look at how fast that is. So you could do the quick start. I have my phone nearby, but I'm not gonna do that because this is only a 64 gigabyte iPad. Oh, 74% battery. Okay, that's not bad. This is a 64 gigabyte iPad. May take a few minutes to activate your iPad. So from the startup screen, it looks like this is iOS 15. Let me go ahead and look. Oh wait, this is running iOS 14. What the hell? They haven't updated this thing in years. Okay, I know what you guys are probably gonna want me not to update, but literally I bought this to use on a daily basis, so I am gonna update it. And 14 from 17 are not that drastically different, so it's like, what's the purpose of staying on an OS this old? Like, especially if this is what I'm gonna use on a daily basis. I'm probably gonna get hate for this after updating it, but it seems to me this is running iOS 14. I literally searched up iOS 14 wallpapers. Well, I went on 15 first and none of them matched. Then I see 14. Create a passcode or do that off camera. Okay, but yeah, wow, I'm amazed. I honestly thought it would be pretty current. At least like a late version of iOS 16. Do not transfer apps, and now I'm gonna sign in. Alright, and we're loading this thing up, and this is actually my first own iPad on like a actually modern firmware, because the latest I've used, well, I have the, what's this? You can see, okay, yeah, just to continue, keep it up to date. And all the other iPads I've really used, well, I've had these two guys, which both have the same processor, the Apple A5 chip from the iPhone 4S. So I've only been able to get up to iOS 9 on any of these guys. Well, my sister does have a mini herself. And it has run the latest versions, but like, you know, I'm talking about something of my own. And yeah, this looks identical to literally my first iPad mini, but there are some differences. And this one feels not that much heavier. They feel exactly the same. I was gonna ask me to do, hey Siri, screen time, yeah, whatever. I'll do it without, oh, it has a true tone. Okay, I might disable that. Obviously we're doing dark mode. Yeah, it's iOS 14, I know that for sure. Welcome to iPad, and there we go. Okay, so this is definitely a newer version. Let's go to 14.3. Wow, okay. This is on a very old version of iOS. Wow, turn true tone off. How does that look? Has like a yellowish tint. I'm gonna turn the brightness down. Wow, okay. Can I do a software update? I'm on the Wi-Fi. iOS, so the latest right now is oh, yes, please. So I can get like other messages. All right. So I do have an iPad OS. I'm gonna do the update, upgrade to Wi-Fi calling. Yes, enable. Yes. Okay. Thank God it asked me that right away. But okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do the update. I agree. Yeah, so it's a big update, 5 gigabytes. But it's just gonna download. Okay, yes. It's just gonna download that. I think it should remove the storage. So I'm not really gonna use this for much other than a secondary device for if I don't have my phone on me and I don't want to use my phones for my collections. Like the newest one I have right now is my 6S. I don't know where my 8 went. So this is better. So this has an A12 chip from the iPhone XS from 5 years ago, but you know, the chips in the iPads last better than the iPhones. That's just a pattern I've been seeing. Like right now, the oldest supported chipset for iPads is the A10, which is from the iPhone 7, and that came out like 7 years ago. So I have good faith in this lasting me at least 2 to 3 years in support. My fingers are getting greasy or sweaty. So I guess while it does the update, I want to test some other things. Like, let's see, is this cable even genuine? I don't know. It looks to be genuine, but you know, some third-party chargers can, like, you know, fool you into thinking that they can imitate the packaging pretty good. I want to see if anything has been fixed or not. If it's, you can check with 3U tools, so I'm going to verify that in a minute. And while I wait for the update, I guess I'm going to turn the camera off and well, let me put on my screen protector, but I'm gonna do that off camera because it'll be easier. And there's my placement of the screen protector. It's off, definitely, and I have bubbles in there, but hopefully those will go away because I cleaned the screen. I'm not great at installing screen protectors, especially on huge devices, but hey, it should be all good now. So while I do the update, I'm actually gonna keep it on. And I wanna check the battery health too, because there is nothing in the battery settings here, so the only way to check would be 3U tools. And let's go ahead and open up the case. I actually got this on Wednesday, and I got this off of Amazon because this was at a good price, and same as eBay. You know, if I tried to buy an iPad mini 5 off Amazon, I'd pay a lot more, and I got mine in red. And let's take a look. Ooh, okay. All right, the red looked a lot lighter in the pictures, but it's like a plastic shell on it, but wow, okay. I hope it doesn't get dirty, but let's place the iPad in and see how it looks. I'm gonna shut it off. Oh, it's having some trouble. Okay, can we place it in? Oh yeah, and that's the finished product. The engraving is still there, but okay, all right. Actually, doesn't look all too bad. I really like that. All right, we're gonna do the Touch ID. Is that? I forget if this is first or second gen. It might be first gen. I'm not sure, but let's go ahead and let this guy update while I go ahead and clean this mess up, because I'm practically done with all the rest of the stuff. So let's show off the rest later on once I let this thing update. All right, so first things first. First I want to see if the cable they sent me is actually genuine. I already went ahead and unwrapped it, and honestly, it feels kind of cheaply made, so I very likely doubt this is going to be a genuine cable, but let's go ahead and plug the device in anyway. Okay, so oh, looks like the battery life is at 100%. Wow. So this was barely production day, January 5th, 2020. So it appears that this was barely used. Probably, when did iOS 14.3 come out? So it seems like iOS 14.3, December 14th, 2020. Wow, so this was barely used at all, probably just for a couple months. So this is probably gonna be in pretty good shape. And now we can actually see what it is I'm looking for. I hear this verification report, authorization, yes. So this is for the, okay, what has been reviewed. So, or replaced, I am sorry. So seems that everything is fine. Nothing has been replaced. So this says Toshiba TLC. So it gives the testing score a 100%. All right, cool. So I gotta find a way. What was it? How I was able to test? I was able to test for genuine accessories. Oh, here it is. Genuine accessories. Test a data cable, and what did it say? Okay, so I don't think this is legit. I think it's supposed to say something else. On top of right below here, so yeah, this is a third-party cable, so just as I expected. I'm not honestly surprised. So the update's still going on, so I'm gonna let this guy update, and then I'll turn the camera on and mess with downloading some stuff and see how the performance runs. Oh my god, those bubbles. They'll clear up by the road eventually, but the update has finished, and it's gonna ask me to put in my passcode. So let's see, update complete. You have update your iPad update to iPadOS 17.1.1. I gotta remember not to call it iOS because it's not the same. So iOS 17.2 and iPadOS 17.2 are supposed to come out pretty soon. Welcome to iPad. Oh yeah, now you got the widgets. Wasn't that introduced in iOS 14? And what about the lock screen? Oh, okay, nice. So I'm gonna add this here. Is it gonna? Okay, so I can move around all these other icons. Oh, these widgets go in on their own. All I really need is just gonna be the weather widgets. So I'm gonna adjust those later on. Because I'm gonna just remove. I can edit the home screen. That's right. Almost forgot. Remove this widget. The only widget I'd probably ever need is probably just like the weather widget. So okay, if I just remove all this, there's a lot here. Holy crap. And now if I just do that, yeah, okay. So I don't even know if my thing, this isn't even pointing correctly, okay. Yeah, so this is as much apps as you could really use, and you got all these other, I think these are your recent applications. No, this is all, this was probably introduced in iOS 15. I forget what things were introduced. These widgets, I think, were introduced in 14, but I guess in iPads, they were introduced until fairly later on, I guess. And I haven't done the customized home screen here. Okay, so add a new wallpaper, or no, you actually, you can customize a current one. Yeah, can I? Oh yeah, you can, and I can add widgets too. So oh, okay, nice. So the way I usually have it, I usually have like my okay, so I think the weather app was introduced in the iPad for iPadOS 15. I don't know, I'm gonna mess around with this later on. Let's see how's the performance though, because this chipset is kind of old. So let's try, I'm gonna download a couple apps. What does it load? Everything? No, don't turn them off. Allow. And alright, honestly, not too bad. It runs pretty fine. First thing I always download is YouTube, and so far it is downloading pretty good. So the boot up time actually went fast, but that was on iPadOS 14, so I'll have to test that out later. But overall, so far the performance seems pretty good. How long does it take to download an app? I know after the iPhone 8, when I got that, like, apps just went right away into downloading. So let me actually, oh, here's where the weather, okay, well, I'm gonna remove this from the home screen because I have the widget here. And will it allow? Yes, of course, allow my location, and it has all this other stuff. Oh, all the locations too. Oh, and it tells me like the moon. Oh, that's so cool. So my phone doesn't even do that. Oh, maybe it does. Okay, because I use the weather channel now, and I'm ever using that. So, oh, this might be iOS 17 feature. That's kind of cool, actually. So it is the sun is about to set, because in literally 10 minutes, because I forget the time change. But wow, that's kind of cool. Allow weather, yes, allow. And now if I try the customize current wallpaper, because this is an old wallpaper. So now let's try weather. Temperature, conditions, location access needed. Oh, okay. What other widget did I add? Oh, it would be my Apple Watch battery. That's usually what I add, so I can't add anything else. Clock, no, not really actually, because I don't think this has an Apple Watch app. No, it does not. Okay, so because that's what I have on my phone, is that and my Apple Watch battery percentage. So yeah, that's all I'm really gonna be able to do. Oh, I can't even, can I change the wallpaper? Can I add? Oh, you add a new one, right? Yeah, so, okay. We gotta add a new one. Let's go to, what is it here? Collections? No. Which is the one here I'm looking at? Is this the iPad? Which is the iPadOS 17 one? I think it's this guy. Yeah, that's the one right there. Dark. That's the dark mode, really? Oh, I kind of don't like that, dude. It's kind of bright, honestly. I think I'll stick with this guy, or see if I could get like the iOS 13 one, which that's the one I have on my phone right now, is the iOS 13 one. I like that one, the really blue one. So I might try that one. Is YouTube done downloading? No, it is not. Okay, that's interesting. All right, how much storage do I have now? Oh, okay. Well, I lost some. Let's see. No software update. The storage, I had like 55 gigabytes. So definitely. Oh, because maybe my photos are syncing in. Oh, the whole version. Okay, so it's 11. Wow. Okay, it was using more storage, but okay, all my photos are starting to sync, so hopefully it doesn't take up a lot, because I know my photos do take up a lot of space. Okay, I went to check because I wanted to be sure how much it is on my phone. So it's my entire iCloud library takes up 2 gigabytes. All right, that's not that much. I thought it'd be more. All right, YouTube is done downloading. Let me sign into my account and see how everything else runs. All right, I haven't used a modern YouTube in a while, so let's watch a video, see how well it loads. Where the volume buttons are right here. Oh, I don't care about the ad. We can skip it, but I want to see how it runs.
Like the splattered paint effect here on the top, and if you look through the holes.
So yeah, shout out to Jacob Park because of the style of my intro. I kind of did it like his. I'm gonna turn rotation lock off. I usually always, oh yeah, and then you have the new focus modes. That's right. That was introduced in iOS 15, I believe, because my 6S has that. But okay, wow.
Which is very cool.
The speakers aren't terrible, but they're not great either. Definitely not as loud as my iPhone, and it runs pretty good. All right. So I think I'm gonna mess with the rest of this off of camera, or off camera. I mean, not off camera. I'm not speaking correctly, but yeah, I'm gonna do the rest of this off camera. But I think it's a pretty good deal, and it runs pretty good. I'm gonna download games on here, which is kind of another main device, or reason I wanted this was for trains too, and because it's kind of hard to play on this with it's this notch, and like the controls for the full screen iPhones are a little weird. So I want to try it on this guy and also some other stuff. So I'm excited for this. I'm gonna mess around with it. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I'm gonna add some couple ringtones around there too, and some other things, mess around with it. But I think it's a pretty good purchase. And I mean, this wasn't necessarily a Black Friday deal, but you know, I did get it for cheaper than usual, so I considered it a good deal around this time of Black Friday. I didn't get anything else on Black Friday because, like, I don't know, there aren't much sales this year. But overall, I like this iPad. I'm pretty happy with it. So I mess around with it more, and maybe I'll give you guys another in-depth review after this video. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.